So the main important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is when we are applying the quadratic formula, we have to make sure we have our quadratic formula in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Then, by using the quadratic formula to find the values x that make my quadratic equal with 0, we'd say x equals opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. So the first thing I see I can do is I want to make sure I write this in that format. So I'm going to add an x squared to both sides. Therefore, now I obtain x squared plus 6x minus 5 equals 0. Now I have written my quadratic, so it's set equal to 0. The next thing I want to do is identify the a, b, and c. Notice how there is a 1 in front of there. That was a positive 6x. That's why I wrote plus 6. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to 6, and c is equal to negative 5. Did I show you my example? Did I write those down? Did I do that? No, yeah, I did. You guys can see I'm almost like trained. Every single time I'm doing the quadratic formula, it's just by habit. I always label a, b, and c just to make sure I know I do that. All right? And I see a lot of students kind of pass by that. But that's a lot of times, it's some of your mistakes on quadratic formula is just as simple as identifying your a, b, and c incorrectly. So write them out. The next thing I like to do is identify what the discriminant is. The discriminant is b squared minus 4 times a times c. I like to do that first because then the rest of it is really not so bad. So b squared is going to be 6 squared minus 4 times a times c. So therefore, I get 36. And I have negative 4 times negative 5 is going to be a positive 20, which is going to be 56. Now, 56 is not a square number. So therefore, by basically on my notes, we know that my discriminant is going to have 2 irrational solutions. So now I'll plug everything back into the quadratic formula. And I'm just going to put 56 in for b squared minus 4 times a times c, because I already did that. So I have opposite of b, so it's going to be negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 56 divided by 2 times a. Now, if I'm taking the square root of 56, I know it's not a square number. So I got to see, can I simplify it? I can't take the square root of 56. But can I simplify the square root of 56? Is there a square number that divides into 56? And remember, square numbers are 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169. 169. Yep. 169, 183 or 189, 225. What's 196? That's it. 169, 196, 225. That's all the way up to 15 times 15, just so you know. So therefore, if I break up 56, though, into square root of 4 times square root of 14, can I take the square root of 4? Yeah. It's 2 times the square root of 14. So therefore, I go and simplify this. I get negative 6 plus or minus 2 square root of 14 divided by 2. Remember, we have talked about this over and over and over. That 2 divides into both of those terms, right? You can't just, if it's going across addition and subtraction, you've got to divide it into both of them. So that goes to 1. That goes to negative 3. So your final answer is x equals negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 14. OK? We have to be good at this.